What's up, y'all? My name is Dan Ross. I'm just riding around my city, having a look at things. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to this gym. I was kind of procrastinating, but I'm gonna go ahead and go to the gym. But on my way there, I want to talk about being independent in a society where unity is much more valuable. It's much more key, excuse me. So, this is what we do. INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? I like to rephrase what we call with, not rephrase, I apologize. I don't want to rephrase it. I like to recall something J. Cole said. It's not the first time it's been said, but it's the most freshest occurrence of it being said that it's on everybody's mind right now in my world, in my community. He says, what good is first class if my niggas can't sit? You know what I'm saying? Exactly, J. Cole. What good is first class if my niggas can't sit? And when I'm saying that, I'm talking about everybody. I mean, I'm straight. I got a decent little crib, decent little car, got a little Charger. You know what I'm saying? The new boy, the Mopar. You know what I'm saying? But all my friends don't have none. You know what I'm saying? And then people around me don't have it. And then there's people that have what I don't have. Which is evident. I mean, that's going to happen. That's the inevitable. For someone to have some things, a few more things than someone else. Some people desire to have less things or more things. Some people, it is what it is out here. But that's not the reason that it is the way it is out here. It is what it is out here because it's a system designed to keep us building. I saw a big pothole. That's why I made that face like that. To keep us building their economy, their rule, their pockets. It's not for us. That's why everything is so hard on us. Everything, we are so interested in being divided that we make it impossible on ourselves to really live and adapt out here. Each one teach one, uplift one another, so on and so forth. We know the songs. We know we know all the tunes. We know all them tunes. But for some reason, we refuse to abide by them. I remember when I was coming up, I'm 41. If I look like it or not, I'm 41. It is May 1st, 2019. I'm 41. When I was coming up, it appeared to me that people were more unified. I mean, back when I was back when I was a kid, the neighbor 3 blocks down can see you doing something out the way, come grab you by the ear, take you home, cuss you out the whole time, like your ass know better. Cuss you out the whole time, and then you get to your house, she turn you over to your parents, and your parents take it from there. Your parents on your head then, thanking the neighbor. They might come down later on, drink some 40s and shit. Back then they was drinking 40s all the time. Drink some 40s, kick it like how they did, unified. They don't know each other from dirt. You know what I'm saying? Just know that they stay up the street and know that your ass was doing something wrong and got caught by the neighbor. That's the meaning of it takes a village to raise a child. Nowadays, if someone comes banging at your door, holding your child by the ear, yelling and screaming, and telling you, hey, let me tell you what your child has been doing, and they completely in the wrong now. Nowadays, a motherfucker likely to come out the house, the whole family come out the house and beat the neighbor ass. Excuse me. Nowadays, you can't even say nothing to nobody's child. You know? And the children go to school with this attitude, with this mentality. You know, if you touch me, my whole family gonna come and beat your ass. And it trickled down to the confidence in being like, if you say anything to me, it's gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna cut your ass back. And then one thing may lead to the next. You either gonna bow down to me, a child, and shut up and go on about your way, Mr. or Mrs. Grown Up, you know, or I'm gonna drive you to touch me, and my whole family is gonna come beat your ass. So they running their mouths like crazy now. And these are the permissions we giving our children. This is the way we teaching our children. We teaching our children that they bad. Michael Jackson bad. You know what I'm saying? And through that, these are the outcomes that we get. They actually being bad. Michael Jackson bad. Let's run up on one of them. I don't care how old they is, 12, 13, 14, I bet you. It's a chance one of them might up that strap. For real. I ain't gonna put no statistics in it, like 1 out of 3, 1 out of 5, but I bet you when it comes to not all the kids in school, but the ones that's just running around your little neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Bet you. A couple of them little fellas, little girls too, got that thing on them. I'm talking about 11, 12, 13. 14 and up, it's a wrap. It's a wrap already. It's a given. Everybody's strapped. I'm gonna say that. 14 and up, everybody's strapped. Everybody's strapped. In some instances, of course, I'm going out of proportion. I'm being exaggerating it in some instances. Depending on where you at, where you come from. You know. But back to being independent. It's so many, me and some of my brothers, we decided one day to go start this Unity project. We actually had been doing this type stuff, but it kind of got real. We was on some like, we're gonna do it through food. We're gonna feed some people. Of course, we're gonna start off in the poorest area. Well, not the poorest area, but the area with the most homeless, which is our downtown area. You know, without going directly to the homeless, which would be, of course, homeless shelters and things like that. But our downtown area has a lot of homeless people down there that hang out down by the downtown party store and bus station. And so we went down there. Before we went down there, we took $100, approximately $100, and we got the 125 pack of styrofoam serving trays. I'm talking about the whole container. The styrofoam trays that close up, and then we got napkins, butter knives. I already had the little condiment cups, so that's not really included. They didn't cost so much though either. We got mayonnaise, mustard. We got the good Oscar Mayer turkey meat. The good, whatever brand it was, cheese. It was thick and just delicious, like the deluxe cheese. We had the good King soft bread, soft and good. Yeah, we had that bread, and we had Dorito brand Doritos, corn chips, and baggies. Can't forget the baggies. Oh, and bottled waters. We had bought a few cases of bottled waters, and we went downtown and we fed everybody. It wasn't about the homeless. I'm talking about we was walking up to cars, giving out trays. We gave the police a tray, all this stuff. We did all this for $1 per person, and had so much lunch meat and whatever else left over afterwards, like a lot of lunch meat. The only reason why we didn't have more trays, make more trays, because we ran out of bread and we was ready to go. We'll go ahead and get it going, get it started. But that's the only thing that we really ran out of. Otherwise, we could have made, I don't know, another 20, 30 more sandwiches. We could at least went through another couple loaves of bread making sandwiches. We had the big, I'm talking about, I wish I had the pack so I can show you the lunch meat that we had. I wish I had them with me. We bought it in bulk. So that's $100. Maybe a little bit more, like $5, $10 more when you add on the extra bread we could have went and got. You know, because it was a couple more dollars, over $100 anyway. But when you add that, the 110, let's say 110, we could have fed 100 people. Where can you go? Where can you go anywhere in America and straight up get you a good ass lunch in the styrofoam tray, all that, the good bread, the good meat, the good cheese, the good chips, the good water. That's right, it was a bottle. Everybody got a bottle of water too. The good water for $1, less than $1. Where can you go get that for less than $1? The typical answer would be nowhere. Not as long as you being independent. Not as long as you ignoring the rule that together we stand, divided we fall. As long as you ignore that, there's nowhere you can go for $1 and get these things, get this lunch, equipped with something to drink, a beverage and all. Nowhere. But when you remember, together we stand, divided we fall. When you remember that, only that place, that humble place in your heart with you and your people, is where you will find that lunch for $1, equipped with beverage and all name brand meats and bread, cheese, all that, you know, the good stuff. When we do, remember, together we stand, divided we fall. That's when we can have our lunch for $1. Pulling up to this jam on the curb a little bit. So, as long as you doing for you, the whole so-called American dream, the American dream initially is not the house on the hill, the white picket fence, and the family, and, you know, the American dream is really to be rich. But as long as we stay in the mind frame that it's about you, get my finger right, you, that it's about you personally, it's about your education, you and your children, your family. Let's throw your family in there, okay? You and your family's life, you and your family's way of living, you and your family's education, you and your family's success, you and your family's legacy. As long as it's about that, we will never have anything of substance. We will never own more than half or 1%, I believe the statistic is. Like, really, truly own anything. We can build our own communities self-sufficiently without the aid and assistance of the government. Thought I told you. Shit. It's 100 people with $1 a piece. Less than $1 a piece, man. If you add all the extra on there, then you have more bread, then we made more sandwiches. We had more trays left. It was 125 trays. We could have used all them trays and probably still would have had a little meat and stuff left over. Unity is the key. I don't care what color you are, even though I do need to stress the lack of unity of black people in America is horrible. We're doing bad with that. But the lack of unity within our communities, is just as bad. We keep trying to do what we can do to get outside of our communities instead of building our own communities. Division is so much more clear than we choose to realize. Our sights, our visions tell us to become successful ourselves and move on. Leave everyone else behind. That's not how we're supposed to do. That's why you're never supposed to forget where you come from. You're supposed to come back and build. No one's doing it. I don't care who you are. I don't give a damn. Anytime we can go and give 100 people a quality lunch for $1 each, you can't tell me that any celebrity, any local leader, national leader, anybody of anything, of any kind of wealth or fame or substance is doing anything for these communities, for our communities. No one. I just don't see it. I don't see how. How is it even possible when we, normal people, normal regular ass people, some of us is even unemployed, took $100 and fed 100 people. So, what are millions for? What are the millions for? What do the millions really accomplish? What are the hundreds and thousands of dollars and statistics that they throw up in our face all the time? What do they take care of? Especially when I feel like we can feed everybody for $3 a day each, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I honestly believe that we can do it for less than that if we really come together and we really have the numbers. I was telling somebody, if we had 100 people that have $500 a month to put into a pot, that's $50,000 per month to build with. What can 100 people do with $50,000 per month when it comes to build, especially when they're in the especially if they're in the position to slide that 500 off and wait some months before actually taking advantage of the pot, the money that they've built up, say 10 months. What's that? $500,000. You wait 10 months, $500,000 that you take to begin to build something for a community of approximately 100 people. I know that's a long shot. That's a lot of money still. You know what I'm saying? $500 a month just to have. I mean, even if still though, even if you did come up with a plan to operate immediately, $50,000 a month. Come on now, you can buy a community of houses. $50,000 a month, you can buy a community of homes. You know what I mean? With the payments, shit, $25,000 a month. You just pay $25,000 a month and use that to purchase land and supplies to build our homes. 100 people. It should be some people in there that can build. You know what I mean? That can cover a few different aspects of life to help us remain self-sufficient. And that's what 100 people. 1,000 people, what couldn't we have? What couldn't we have? 1,000 people, $500 a month. What's that? $500,000. Anyway, 100 people, $500 a month, $50,000 a month. I'm pretty sure that could take care of our personal needs, our tissues, our food, all those things. You might have to still come up off a couple dollars to pay rent, but not much. You know what I mean? If I could live off $1,000 a month, $500 to take care of this, and a couple more dollars to take care of this and that and that and this, then I'd be happy. I'd be happy because it costs $1,000 just for me to do. Hell, that's just rent by itself. That covers nothing else. That don't even cover the money order to pay rent. Well, my thing is, man, the more we come together, the more we can have. I know all the other thing I was talking about, the $50,000 a month, all that's far-fetched. It's possible. It's possible if we did it. That's all it takes is just to do it. So-called Black Wall Street. And I say so-called Black Wall Street because it doesn't necessarily have to be black. It can be just like most of our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are diverse. But there's a way of living, man, that they shelter from us, but we can see it anyway. We just choose to stay blinded from it. And that's not correct, y'all. We need to come together and have some things. Come together and have a little bit more, man. It's a lot easier than we make it out to be. I'm talking about unity, y'all. Real life unity. We don't need the approval of others, government entities, any of that. We don't need anything. We can put our own community together and deal with them just like foreign relations. You know what I mean? Just like a foreign entity. That way they get their cake and eat it too. We get our cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? Everybody's eating cake. But it's just a matter of coming together and getting there. I don't know. You can hit me up on Facebook, Dan Ross. I see like a little caption of Mr. Treat, PFFP, or something like that. That's how you'll know it's me. I don't know what profile picture I got it right now. I think it's me with my little Cassia pen. Hit me up on Facebook. Follow me. I'm always talking about these kind of things. I guess I'm about to get started on YouTube. Try to build my followers up. Hit subscribe, please. I would like to get 1,000 subscribers so I can start to go live. I want to do live feeds. I don't want to just do these pre-recorded feeds. I want to respond, get your responses, and respond. If you like what I'm talking about or whatever, like the video, subscribe please to my channel, follow me on Facebook. Let's start having these conversations, y'all. Let's start having these dialogues about building us, building each other, being ourselves. Because I'm going to tell y'all that too. Don't let me surprise y'all. Don't get it twisted. I'm not the guy that's in here that's like, oh, holy thou. You know what I'm saying? That's some real shit. You know, I use words like nigga and all that because I truthfully believe in being who I am. How can I talk to you about anything and I'm not who I am? You will never know me if I never show myself. You know what I mean? And how truthful and honest is that? You know, how much unity can that bring? You know, if I'm being false from out the beginning, if I'm wearing a mask, I ain't gonna wear no fucking mask, man. You know what I mean? I say cuss words. That doesn't make my heart any less pure than yours. Trust and believe me. Cuss words don't stop me from being out here feeding people. The word nigga, I look at the word nigga predating slavery. I'll get into that another video, another day. I don't look at it like how everybody else looks at it, and I'm not being ignorant as it entails. The word implies ignorance. How can a word mean ignorant that derives from a word that means black? Think about that. So work with me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's start having these talks about different things. I'm talking about our children, the violence, the real violence, the felon causes for felons. You know what I mean? You know, expungement and all that. I mean, just for instance, you know, just the fact that 75% of felons that can't have their felonies expunged because they have too many of them get back in trouble, whereas 5% of people who get their felonies expunged get back in trouble. Same kind of people who committed crimes before in their lives, got a felony, got a 6-digit federal number. Same kind of people. You know what I mean? But with those statistics being the way they are, then why doesn't the government make it easier or make it more possible for people to expunge their felonies and become returning citizens, productive members of society, you know, and not even returning. A lot of people caught felonies and never even been to prison, never been locked up. You know, they just, you know, a felony is beyond being locked up. But, you know, things like that. Let's talk about these issues, man. And let's come up with solutions. Let's network, let's communicate and come up with these solutions together as a people, as a unit, and have some things, y'all. Let's get some results for us. We ain't gotta rattle no cages, none of that shit. We don't have to, none of that. Let's do this for us, all right? Dan Ross, thanks for listening, man. I don't want to take this too long. I'm almost up at 30 minutes, so y'all be good, all right? Peace.